Hey, third graders, it's Mrs. Linderman. Let's revisit what we've done for our explanatory essay. I'm going to share with you one of my paragraphs today, but I want to go back and remind you. Remember how I marked my writing with the parts of my power organizer? This is obviously, right, my hook, my introduction, and I marked all of my paragraphs. This is my first rectangle along the way so I could keep my thoughts straight. So those, or that information, matches the parts of my power organizer. Okay, today I'm going to share with you my third subtopic, or my third reason about baking. This is about favorites and tips. So I want to show you what I did. I did not type it yet. I just wrote it. But I made myself a reminder with a rectangle with a number 3 in it. Right, here's my rectangle with number 3. So this is the information I'm going to cover in this particular paragraph. All right, so I want you to read along with me. Finally, it's important to know a few things when baking. You always want to bring your ingredients to room temperature before starting a recipe. It will cook more evenly. Preheating the oven is another good tip. I do this before I start mixing the ingredients. If you're making cookies, remember not to crowd the pan. Cookies need room, so limit it to 12 per sheet. Otherwise, you'll end up with a cookie quilt. Trust me. As tempting as it is to eat your food right away, letting it cool on a baking rack will help it set up and taste just the way you want it to. So if I look back at my power organizer, I talked about preheating the oven, getting the ingredients out, that's bringing them to room temperature, not crowding the cookie sheet, letting it cool. I didn't add any favorite recipes, but I think I'm going to do that at the end of my explanatory essay, kind of as a little bonus. So tomorrow, we're going to talk a little bit about editing and revising. Remember, editing is something anybody can do. That's the cups where they go back and check your capitalization, right? Your punctuation. Anybody can do that. But I also want to revise. How can I take this paragraph that's good to great? What can I do? How can I change some of the words? How can I stretch out some of the sentences and make them more interesting? Okay, so tomorrow we're going to talk about editing and revising. We'll talk a little bit later this week about ways we can end our story. So some more mic drop endings. And then I'll share my mic drop ending with you as well. Okay, you have not been given anything to start to write, right, that you're going to turn in. That will come later. Remember, you do have that checklist. So go back through your checklist to make sure that you're including everything you need to as you write. I have my introduction, my first reason, my second reason. Today I showed you my third. So I have 4 out of my 5 paragraphs done. I hope you're getting close with yours too. Remember, you should be writing every time you watch a video lesson and practice what we've talked about.